Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. My name is Yamitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So, what better place to be than here with me? It's hot. Good morning. Hope you guys are ready to get this day started. I know I am. It's going to be a great, amazing, wonderful, sunshiny day. It's going to be a great day. Good morning, Joshua. Good morning. So as we get this lovely day started, Joshua, please, you're very welcome. Because some pieces were my mother's and some pieces were just mine. So if you send me a picture of it, like my mother's was in a separate, you can tell handmade from store-bought, but I didn't know if you could use it. So I hope it's some, if you can't, please trash it. If you can, great. So I hope you, oh yeah, she made those. Thank you. Yeah, she made those. Good morning, Miss Love. Good morning, Miss Law. I see you on this side this morning. That's good. All right, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Fearless Morning Show. So please make sure you share the show because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there. Don't forget, we have the podcast everywhere. Podcast, you can listen to podcasts anywhere: Amazon, iHeart, Pandora, anywhere podcasts are found. You can listen to the morning show on YouTube. You can read any of the 7 books. You can watch the movie. If they don't do any of that, so tell them I say good morning. You can also grab them a shirt. This one says Fearless Woman. I had this made. I did an event a couple of years ago in Greenville, South Carolina. We had these made. Great morning, Miss Cree. We have Sister Keepers. So one of the things y'all probably don't know is that Be Fearless, we have our own jewelry. Like we have bracelets. There's so many things I forget to tell you guys. The outside. If you're not on my mailing list, go to livepastcrazy.com and get on my email list. But we have jewelry, we have t-shirts, we have bags, we have phone covers, we have all the things. And your bracelets are handmade, and they come with a reminder card that tells you the meaning of this bracelet and what it means for you. So they can have all the things. So let's get started this morning. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show this week. I know I have. It has been a great, great show. Yesterday, we talked about word replacement and why that was important and what that looks like. And the journey of replacing those words. So today, let's get right into the quote of the day. Comes from, it's actually a passage from this book, The Awakened Woman. And it says, hold on, let me go up here to it. We must come to know and trust an empowering belief that we can achieve our dreams. We need to be liberated from toxic beliefs about ourselves and our potential. We must learn to believe from a place of unfettered freedom and strength. My sisters, we must reclaim and proclaim our faith in ourselves. And that is by Dr. Trent. And I love that. It's The Awakened Woman. This is on page 112. We must come to know and trust in an empowering belief that we can achieve our dreams. And to do this, we need to be liberated from toxic beliefs about ourselves and our potential. We must learn to believe from a place of unfettered freedom and strength. My dear sisters, we must reclaim and proclaim our faith in ourselves. And that goes for the fellas too. This just happens to align with the thought of the day. And I found out this morning, it's just not hitting me. It has a lot to do with the thought of the day. So here's the second quote of the day. Be one with the power to be invisible in life above the comfortable desire to be invisible. And we used this quote in November of last year. And it absolutely goes with the topic for today. Be one with the power to be visible in life above the comfortable desire to be invisible. We are very comfortable being invisible. Good morning, Jasmine. Jasmine, I thought of you this morning when, in my memories, like a couple of days ago, you were at the gym and you had this shirt on. So I put that on thinking about you this morning. So this morning, we're going to talk about being an expert, and that you are an expert in all things. And we're going to do confessions and conversations with JoJo and me. So what does being an expert for me look like? And of course, we're going to apply this to all things life, or whatever situation, you choose to apply it to. But these two quotes: be one with the power to be visible in life above the comfortable desire to be invisible, and that we must begin to trust the empowering belief that we can achieve our dreams, right? From a place of unfettered freedom and strength. They go hand in hand with you believing that you are an expert. It goes back to Tuesday's topic where you have to believe before you can see it, and stop saying seeing is believing. You have to believe it first in your thought process. So yesterday, 2 days, if Kiba is on here, good morning, Kiba. Did I say good morning to you? So the other day, my dear friend Kiba called and asked me a question, and just in general conversation. And in 2 seconds, she had flipped all of my words back on me. She was like, wait a minute, didn't you just say? And I was like, you're right. And then in that moment, I had sold myself short and said I was not good at a thing, or I wasn't an expert at a thing. And then it becomes such a habit that it was a slip that I said and didn't even know until somebody pointed out to me. And when she did, I was like, okay, let me go do this exercise again. Let me look at where I have been selling myself short. So first, you have to look at yourself as an expert. You are expert at all things you. You are expert at quitting whatever you start. You are expert at failing at whatever you choose to fail at. You are expert at stopping. You are expert at going. You are a professional at moving, thinking, growing, doing. You are an expert of all things you. That's number one. And that means you govern yourself to be the expert in the field of JoJo. So if anytime anybody has a question about JoJo, then I am the expert to answer that question. I mean, what's that song? Don't go ask my neighbor. Don't ask anybody else about you. You are the expert on you. And you know what you are good at. And I want you to apply this. So let's square this up. I want you to apply this to your mental, emotional, physical, financial, all your ships: relationship, financial ship, friendship, religion ship. What are you an expert in? What do you assume that you are invisible at, but you're really good at? And like yesterday, where we did the word swap, we swapped out words. This exercise can probably go hand in hand in finding out what it is that you are an expert at and what you are really good at. So some of the things that I figured out about myself this past week, last week and going into this week, that made me cry. and yes, I'm a crybaby, is one, I have been selling myself short on all the experiences that I have had. And this will be confessions and conversations because I don't want anybody else to go through this process. I want to help you nip it in the bud so you can say that you're an expert at this. So here's some questions. You might want to write these down. So if you've been selling yourself short, like you know these things, but you assume because you don't look like everybody else or do things like everybody else that you're not an expert at that. So what does an expert look like? That's question number one. What does an expert look like? And if I'm the expert, and that's just using it for yourself personally, what does the expert of JoJo look like? Number one. What has stopped you from operating as such? That's question number two. What has stopped you from operating as an expert? Thank you, Josh. I knew somebody was going to come through with the song. What has stopped me from operating as an expert? Where has it stopped me from going because I assumed I could not go? That's question number three. Where did it stop me from going? Where did I assume I could not go because I assumed I was not an expert at this thing? Me. I was not an expert at my career. I was not an expert at this, and this. Where did it stop you from going? Because you did not look or sound like everybody else. Question number four. Why are you thinking like this? What made you say in that moment, I'm not an expert at this thing? What made you say in that moment, I'm not an expert at that thing? So I will use me. Kiba asked me a question. I was like, oh, no, I'm not an expert at that. She's like, but didn't you do it? Yes. And aren't yours really good? Oh, yeah, they're good. So why are you not an expert? I was like, oh, because y'all probably want somebody professional. Are you not a professional? Yeah, I am. Why are you assuming that you're not an expert at this thing? Why? So these are some questions I had to go back and ask myself. Thank you, Keeper. Yes, Keeper, this is all for you today. And so Keeper, she planted the seed for me to think about it. And then later on, I had two conversations. One lady said, you're an expert at this, and your breath, and the words that she said, I wrote them down. She was like, the breadth of experience that you have in this area is beyond amazing. I never ever thought that way about myself. And she went on to tell me things that I never thought about myself, that other people, and I was like, well, that's just one lady. And I went on to two more meetings this week where they all said the same thing, different ways. Like I literally had to write it down, and it made me cry because it made me think people see me differently than I see myself. So in some things, I'm like, maybe I'm not an expert. I'm not really good at that. Others are absolutely seeing me as a front leader or a thought provoker in that area. What would happen, friend, if you answered these questions for yourself and then you started a different journey? Have you been selling yourself short? So here's your questions. You're an expert at all things you, right? So you want to apply this to your relationships, your life, whatever. But have you been selling yourself short? Yes, I have. And let's be honest, you can say yes, you have. Because there's been one area like when I stop and look, I want you to stop and look at your career. I know you're eating this up, Keeper, because Keeper got on me. Like she was like, no. And she stopped me in mid-sentence. She was like, no, this is what you're good at. And you need friends to do that. So take a look. I had to take a look at my career. And I want you to take a look at your career. Some of us could run circles around the people that either we work with, work for in our careers in these corporations because of the information that we know. How could we vastly change our future if we simply applied what we do for other people? Good. You need to come in here. If we simply applied what we know for other people, just shut the door. So when I start to look at all of my experience over the past 20 something years, so if y'all don't know, I've been in healthcare for over 21 years. I have a master's degree. I have 2 undergraduate degrees. We have certificates. We have all the things. I sit on boards. I have served as a county commissioner. Did y'all know that I served as a county commissioner? There's nothing I haven't done. And when you stop, today I want you to stop and take stock of all the things that you have done. All the ways that you have led, all the ways that you have impacted other people's lives. So I want you to list those out today. I want you to grab a piece of paper and say, I am an expert of this. I'm going to write this down. I am an expert of this. And then I want you to write, and listen, my handwriting is atrocious. I'm an expert of, and I want you to write down, and I need at least 25 things that you're an expert at. I don't care what it is or how small it is. What are you an expert at? And then the next question is, have you been selling yourself short? What does that look like? How did you sell yourself short? Did you doing that hinder your career? Did it hinder where you wanted to go in life and the things you wanted to do? What has stopped you from saying you're an expert? Where did it stop me from going? Where did me assuming I'm not an expert, and I want you to do this for your career, your relationships, your friendships, because you're an expert at a lot of things. A to the men. Joshua, I didn't see that you're an expert at staying alive. A to the men. And why are you thinking this way? Why are you thinking this way? What does any of this have to do with you? And so when you take a moment to think about that, let me tell you, your mind it's gonna blow your mind. So I talked to 3 different, from the conversation with Kiva. Well, one lady was before Kiva, then Kiva, and then the 3 ladies after. So it was total 5 people in the past 7 days. Blew my whole mind. Here I am thinking, I know I'm an expert on some things, and I know I'm good at some things, but they literally blew my mind when they said, but Miss Waddell, Young Mitra, like last night, the lady, she said some words that I had never thought about myself. And listen, when people say words that sound good to you, write them down so that you can go back and look at them. She said, I had a great breadth of experience, period. She said, I am so polished at how I speak and how I articulate the vision and the dream of what I want to accomplish. She said, you are an expert on so many topics. The hard part is going to be narrowing it down to figure out how we're going to work with you in this area and that area. Blew all of my little mind. Yes, Kiva. Absolutely confirmation. Blew my whole mind. Which absolutely goes with the quote today. Be one with the power to be visible in life above the comfortable desire to be invisible. Meaning, remember I told you I'm not normal. I never wanted to be normal. I understand that I'm different. And as I come into that role more, I've got to understand that. And y'all will say, but Jojo, you don't have a problem being visible. I don't have a problem being visible here. I don't have a problem being visible talking to people. I'm talking about being visible inside of myself. I like that. We need to write that down. You need to be visible inside of yourself. You need to be visible inside of you. And that comes with understanding that you are an expert at what you do. So you are expert at you. Okay. I'm an expert at JoJo. You know what you like, what you don't, what you like to eat, what you don't like to eat. And if you have come to a crossroads where you're not quite sure what it is that you like or what you don't like, I invite you this weekend to spend some time to get to know you and figure that part out, what it is that you like. Because you're an expert at all things. You're an expert at quitting at whatever you start and don't finish. You're an expert at stopping, at going, at moving, at not thinking or thinking forward or making decisions. You're an expert at those things. You simply must reclaim and proclaim your faith in yourself. These two quotes absolutely go with today, and I did not pick them in this order. We must come to know and trust and empower and believe that we can achieve our dreams, but we need to be liberated from toxic beliefs about ourselves and our potential. We must learn to believe from a place of unfettered freedom and strength. We must reclaim and proclaim our faith in ourselves. So today, as you become more visible inside of yourself, as you grow inside of yourself. So my meditation in the morning starts at 6:50. And this morning we had to stand as tall as we possibly could as we were seated. And the more we stretched our spine, the more you stretched your mind to make room. Remember, I think I shared the more I've grown, the more I've made room for me on the inside of me. And that is I did it, but I didn't understand how until I heard it this morning. That as I was stretching and growing, I was making room inside of myself. And one of the ways that people do that is that when you sit, the taller you sit, and the more you stretch your spine, the more you make room for yourself. The more you become visible to you, to what it is, and you become more aware of who you are, where you want to go, what you want to do. 5 keys to live past crazy. Number 1 is to be quiet. Number 1 is to be quiet so that you can understand, because it's in your quiet space that you will find the answer to what you're an expert at. So all the exercises or the questions that I ask y'all know I tell you, if I ask myself a question, I'm going to ask you guys a question. And these are questions that I ended up asking myself last night. At first, it started with one lady. Kiba came in and stopped me dead in my tracks. And then it followed up with the other ladies. What are you an expert at? Don't take for granted. What I was taking for granted is when I say I've been on this journey for 17 years. Do you know how much experience is wrapped up in that 17 years? That I was selling myself short in saying, I've been on this journey for 17 years and never stopping to think the amount of work, the amount of expertise, the amount of determination, the amount of commitment that it took from day 1 to here, year 17, to get to this point. Grand Rising, Miss Carrie, how you doing? So look at your journey. You are an expert at this thing. Stop selling yourself short. Don't do that. Be proud of where you are, what you've accomplished, and what you've done. Again, apply this to your career, your friendship, your relationships, your financial ships, honey, especially your careers, especially if you know. And listen, you can start that business. You can run it immaculately. It can run seamlessly. There's no need to be afraid. You are an expert at it. You've been doing it for a very long time. It is now time for it to be yours. You have put in the groundwork. You've done all the back end work. You have done all the pre-work. You're running the business. It simply needs your name. You simply need to give it a title. Have you been selling? So these are the questions I asked myself this week. And I tell you, those ladies, When I tell you they had me crying after I got off the phone with them, they had me crying with the things that they said to me that I never even thought about myself. And so today I invite you to take a minute to see yourself as the expert that other people see you as. Other people call you for a reason to fix that problem. They call JoJo for a reason when they have a question about this, when they want to change their mindset, when they need help with this, they call for a reason. Now, let's be clear. Some of them call to take advantage, and you're going to have to draw that boundary for yourself today. But today, the exercise is, what are you an expert at? So I've been on this journey 17 years. In corporate America, it's been 21 years. Look at the breadth. And I love that she said, Miss Waddell, look at the breadth of experience that you have. It can almost be overwhelming, the things that you have touched and the things that you know. I never stop to think about it. Today, I need you to stop and think about it. Don't be like JoJo. Don't have Kiba call you out. You don't want Kiba to call you out. So here's the questions. Have you been selling yourself short? And if y'all want me to post these questions in the chat, let me know and I will. Have you been selling yourself short? What does selling yourself short look like? What has me saying I'm not an expert at stopped me from? Where did I stop? Where did it stop me from going because I said I wasn't an expert? What career did it stop you for applying for? What business did it stop you from starting? What relationship, whatever, did it stop you from doing because you assumed you were not an expert? Why are you thinking like this? Why are you thinking? If you have a friend like Keeper, she's going to ask you, but why, JoJo? And she will call your words back to you. And what about you? What about you being an expert of you? Now, you're an expert at all other things. What are you going to be an expert at today with yourself? You need to be visible inside of yourself to begin this journey. Remember, you've got to believe it before you can see it. You got to think it first. And maybe you've been afraid to think it because you assumed you were not an expert at it. You are. So I'm here to tell you that. You are an expert at you. And if you're not, if you say, JoJo, I'm going to hell in a handbasket, I ain't even an expert at me, boo, then maybe it's time to start that journey. It took me, I've been on that journey for 17 years. It was continuous growth. The first book, if you want a book to start with, the first book I read is Battlefield of the Mind by Joyce Myers. That was the first book. And then I grew from there. If you're a woman, you can read Confident Woman by Joyce Myers. And eventually I graduated to some heavy hitters, to the Michael Singers and Eckhart Tolle's, and because it is impossible for you want to improve yourself and it not start with your mind. I don't care if you start working out because you want to release weight. Eventually, your body is going to crave more information and the mind will follow. So if you're just beginning this journey, welcome. I'm excited for you. You're an expert. The 2 quotes today. The first one comes from Radiant Expression. Be one with the power to be visible in life above the comfortable desire to be invisible. Honey, it's time to be seen. We're doing this for a reason. It's time for you to be seen. The second one comes from the Awakened Woman. We must come to know and trust an empowering belief that we can achieve our dreams. And to do this, we need to be liberated from toxic beliefs about ourselves and our potential. We must learn to believe from a place of unfettered freedom and strength. My dear sisters, we must reclaim and proclaim our faith in ourselves. Mike, oh God, girl, if I could meet him, what? Because that Untethered Soul, what? Changed my whole life. If you want some life changing, read Untethered Soul. But I need you to be open-minded about who you are in your growth journey, because it will hurt your feelings. It will set you free, but it will hurt your feelings in that you can't believe that you allowed this small thing to keep you stuck. That's where I understood the concept of I inherited my freedom. Y'all know the story of me getting over my fear of flying. Absolutely. Come on, Carrie. Girl, we about to be seen, boo. We about to be seen. Period. That's what we're about to do. And we're going to step into being seen as the experts that we are. Carrie is a whole life coach. Please go check her out. I'm a whole transformational coach, honey. I'm a mindset mediator. I am stepping into my expertise because I have done the work. Come on, Joshua. You better let your beauty shine, man. I cannot wait to wear a Joshua original. I cannot wait. I'm excited for that moment, and I know it's coming sooner than you could possibly imagine and or think. Where your things will be in stores. Carrie's book will be on the New York Times best-selling list. A to the man. Keep, if she's still on here, it's going to be the best darn business owner this side of the Mason-Dixon, Mississippi. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Carrie. It looks good on you too, my friend. It looks amazing on you, and we shall wear it well. Honey, let our skin glow. Show all of your pretty teeth. Show them all, honey. Stand proud with your shoulders back, head up, chin up, and accept the fact, friend, that you are an expert at what you do. You're good at it. You've been doing it for a long time. Now, listen, if you A to the men, Jasmine, come on. And I know Jasmine's going to make it a success. I have no doubt. And here's the thing. If you've been an expert at quitting, at stopping, at not moving, at not going and not thinking, today is your day to be a different kind of expert. Today is your expert you're going to be an expert at finding out why you're not doing these things. And then you're going to put it in motion. So on this lovely day, I hope this has helped somebody. I hope my confessions and conversations today has helped somebody, because it helped me yesterday. Like it blew my mind yesterday. It put me in a different perspective for the rest of the day. Like one call was at 10 and one was at 7:30 and it ended at 8:30. That's like, we just don't want to get off the phone with you. And I couldn't imagine, well, why would you want to talk to me that long? And then the follow-up emails, like, I would love for you to work on our committee and this and this. And then the network that is attached with that made me fall out on the floor. I fell out in the floor. Like, Jesus, really. So on this lovely day, I want you to have the most amazing day ever. I want you to be peaceful, period, because there's nothing after that. I want you to be fearless in understanding that you're an expert today. Okay. Now, if you've been an expert in things that haven't been working, today is your opportunity to be an expert in things that may possibly work. So here's the questions you need to ask yourself. I'm going to post them as one big thing here. Have you been selling yourself short? What does it look like? What has it stopped me from? Why am I thinking like this? And what about me? And you need to be visible inside of yourself. So on this lovely day, please make sure you share the show, because sharing is caring. If your friends and family do not have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Phyllis Morning shows over there. Okay. Don't forget, we have the podcast everywhere podcasts are found, from Pandora, Amazon. And listen, when you become an expert, I need your things to match up, because not one of the ladies, every person I've talked to in the past couple of weeks, one lady said, I know this is going to sound really creepy, But I've been stalking you on all your social media. And I love that your messages are consistent no matter where I found you, whether it was on Twitter, whether it was on Instagram, whether it was on Facebook, in any of your group pages, whether it was on your website, whether it was your YouTube channel, your speaking engagements that have been publicized, the podcast that you've been on, it has been consistent. And this one lady told me she stalked me for over a month. One lady told me she stalked me and told me about the things that I had just said on social media the day before. When you become an expert at a thing, make sure that it follows up. Come on, Joshua. There you go. And I know you're an expert at that. So today, as you become the expert of all things you, make sure everything begins to line up and look like the expert that you are. Period. Okay. Today, I want you to be fearless. And I know Kiva has this shirt. Kiva helped with this event. Thank you, Kiva. We have Sister Rise shirts. We have I Am My Sister's Keepers t-shirts. We have Team Abundance shirts. So make sure you check them out. We have Be Fearless jewelry. We have all the things. And that's just something I don't, because the Fearless Morning Show is my way of giving back. And so I tell you guys about things that I'm doing, but it's not in hopes that you would buy it or that you would. I mean, I appreciate if you do, you buy and you support. That's an amazing thing. But this is my way of giving back. To work with me is a different atmosphere and it's a different thing that I offer. But I would love if you guys, and I'm working on some Fearless Morning Show t-shirts. So you can have you some t-shirts and all the things. So on this lovely day, know that you're an expert at that. And forgive me for sometimes not telling you guys about all the things that I have, like the personalized jewelry, the books, the t-shirts, the journals. We have bags. We have phone case covers. And I can't wait to share with you something new that I've been working on. That. And if you know, if you still on here, Jasmine, probably the closest person who knows what this is, because I told her what she saw on my post, God, a couple of years ago. Yes, V-neck, Jasmine. That I hate plain color stickies, the yellow stickies. And she mailed me assorted stickies with different designs on them. So I have something coming up with sticky notes. So I'm excited about that. And yes, the Fearless Morning Show will be V-neck. So I hope you guys are ready to have a most amazing day ever. I want you to be peaceful, period. Please make sure you share the show. If you share it, don't forget to tag me in it so I can properly tell you thank you. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, listening to the Fearless Morning Show, and I hope that it has helped you. Remember today, get your sheet of paper. I'm an expert of, and write out what you're expert of. I already posted the questions. So write that out today so that you will have it and be ready to begin this journey. So we have a great day. And tomorrow, y'all, tell and bring a friend, is our first Fearless Morning Show Saturday edition. So it will just be a recap of the week. It will be a recap of just the thought and a quote of the day. It'll probably be about the same length of time. Oh, yes. Just hold on, Jasmine, because I got, I'm working on that. Just hold on, the Team Abundance, and I'm working on that. And I'm also working on the Sister Rise Retreat for 2021. So I'm working on securing the location for that. So y'all be on the lookout for that. And if you already want to know the prices, let me know. Joshua said he wanted the morning show at the same time. Jasmine said she loved me, but she ain't up that early on Saturday morning. So I'm guessing around 8:39 would be great for a Saturday morning. You guys tell me what works good for you. Because, of course, I'm going to be up. My meditation starts at 6:50, and it lasts to 9. So let's do 9 o'clock tomorrow. Does that work for everybody? Yes. And I will have, thank you, Jasmine, and there will be payment plans available for the Sister Rise Retreat. And I promise it's going to be worth every penny. And I'm sure Jasmine can attest to that it will be worth every penny. And Jasmine, can I ask you a quick favor? If you could just record a short video for a testimonial that I could use on my social media, that would be great. So I hope you guys have a good day. I hope you have, it's a beautiful day. Go stand outside. Go hug a tree today. Go do all the things. I'm going to go for my walk this morning. And honey, breathe. And as you take time this morning, think about the expert that you are. Okay. And write those things down. So I hope you have a good day. Come join me tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Bring a friend. Bring your mama, your best friend, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your side piece, your main piece. Honey, bring them all on over to the show tomorrow so we can get a recap of the week. All right, guys. Have a good day. And I'll see you guys here bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a good one.